Hey everybody, this is Dave from AskUncleDave.com. Today I have for you two Android TV boxes. The first one is the SkyStream X5. The other is the kodiElement Ti5. They have two common features that I want to talk to you about. Both of them have Kodi installed. But not only do they have Kodi installed, they have all the repos and all the sources that you need to make this a great cord cutting experience. It's great for people who don't know how to put in sources to Kodi, or they just don't want to bother and they just want to be able to take it out of the box, plug it into the TV and start watching. You're definitely going to cut the cord with this. They both have great specs. They both have their own particular features. And the other feature that they share is that they both have a Kodi updater. Now, the SkyStream X5 has the Kodi updater built in, and that the kodiElement Ti5 has an optional purchase for the APK that you can download onto the device. And when you open that APK, it automatically uploads all your sources, repos, and any broken links. It will fix it. They pretty much upload it to their server, and then the APK that you install or have installed will update your Kodi for you. They're both fully rooted so that you can install and sideload all of your great APKs that you have that are not necessarily in the Google Play Store. It does have full Google Play abilities. Let's make separate videos for each of the devices, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. So I have the Element Ti5, the kodiElement Ti5, and we're going to open it up here, and we're met with the unit itself, which we'll take a closer look at in a second, and we'll open up the container, and what we have is a standard IR remote. This is not motion controlled like the other one that they sell on their website, the Air Mouse. This is just a basic remote that you can click through menus, hit the OK, and raise the volume up and down, mute, and you also have a number of keys here, and you have a mouse feature. But when you click it, basically you have to move the mouse with the D-pad, and it's very slow, but it gets you through it. So if you wanted to use this. Now you can also use a keyboard, a USB keyboard, and even a Bluetooth keyboard, or you can even use an Air Mouse, a third-party Air Mouse, like this one, using the USB dongle. There are two USBs on this, so one of them has to be used for any USB peripheral. You have your power cord. It's the narrow one, so it doesn't take up a lot of space on your power bar, and you have a HDMI 1.4 cable, so you can do CEC with this, and then you have a guide which will walk you through all the different steps. Now this box, this package here, this is the standard package, and what's good about this company is that they give you the option to make it very easy for people who are not technically inclined. First things first, of course, you get the fully loaded Kodi. You get to purchase the updater. But if you didn't need it because you're advanced in setting up Kodi, you don't have to have it. So that's what drops the price significantly. If you wanted to, you can do the Kodi updater. You're definitely going to get Kodi loaded fully. But if you wanted the Air Mouse, you can get that. If you wanted to buy an antenna, you can get that. So they have all different price points. But they keep the price low because they keep it simple. It doesn't have a TV tuner or anything like that, but it does have all the apps. It's fully rooted. And like I said, you can add packages here and there to make it a little bit more expensive, but also much user-friendly than if you're not inclined. That's probably the way you can go. Okay, so let's take a look at the unit. So we'll pop this open here. And you have your vent at the back. It's a spiral vent that goes all the way around. There's some feet that you can put on the table so it doesn't slip around. The top is a glossy finish, so you're definitely going to get some fingerprints on there. It's got the emblem for the Element. Now along the back here, we have, let me get some better light on it. Okay, on the back here, we have the power connection. We have an optical audio, so this is good for connecting optical audio to it. We've got an HDMI. We have an Ethernet, so you could do a wired connection, and it also has a very fast AC Wi-Fi, and it's also got auto video, so if you wanted to hook a single wire to those systems where you can get audio out and video as well, you can go ahead and do that. Here we have two USB 2.0s, and we have a micro SD card so that you can do some additional storage. Here is the IR receiver, and then there's two indicator lights there. So let's hook it up to our TV, and let me give you a closer look of all the great things inside. Alright, so we're going to plug it in for the first time. This is exactly what you're going to see when you first take it out of the box. You're going to see that the logo lights up on top, and you have a blue indicator light. So we'll see it load up. Now, while we're waiting, you can use USB sticks and micro SDs. I also have my old Logitech with the dongle that you can use, and it's an Android Google TV keyboard. So it's optimizing. What it's doing, it's making sure that everything is loaded up. It's probably because I reset it, and it's just making sure that all the default apps are on there. So we'll let that do its thing. It may happen the first time that you take it out of the box, but every other time after that, it's going to just open right up to the main menu. Okay, so we're met with the home page here, and we're going to use the IR mouse for a second, just so I can show you how to use it. So basically, you can click across all the different fields with using the click wheel, okay? If you wanted to have a mouse, you can click that mouse button, and you have a mouse that moves up and down, just in case you need to move it. But you know, it's very hard to use. So what I suggest is definitely buy the Air mouse. This is not the Air mouse that you get. This is from another unit that I reviewed. But this mouse is so much better. I have it connected into one of the USBs, and you can just move it around. Now they sell this on the site. You can also turn off the mouse, and you can use the click wheel to click across all different points. So basically, the IR mouse is basic and good. Definitely good for Kodi, because Kodi you only use the click wheel. But I suggest if you're doing other stuff, including surfing the web and all that stuff, you definitely want to use the Air mouse. All right, so let's see now what it has. It has the ES File Explorer. You can basically add any Google thing that you want. It has Flash Player, Movie Player, it's got music, it's got Netflix pre-installed, and over-the-air updates. They come automatic if you set them up that way. You also have Mirrorcast. You have a full Google Play Store. I guess you can make phone calls. They definitely have the TeamViewer software, so they can see what they need to see on your screen. If you ever give them permission to do so, they can actually see what's going on. They have Sling pre-installed, YouTube, and like I said, you can get all this stuff. Update and backup, and you have Super User, obviously, because it's rooted. You can definitely do whatever you want. Now I like the colorful layout. It's very nice. And basically, if you scroll across, the menus at the bottom change as you go from page to page. So we could just page across, and you could see my apps, music, local, and it'll go all the way back around again to online video and recommended and all that stuff. All right, you got a media center there, you saw that. So let's basically go back to the home screen, and all of those tabs are represented in these tiles here. Now we have settings here that we can go into. They have their own settings with Google settings enveloped into each other. But if you went to more settings, you can pretty much go to the Android settings. Now this is running the latest version, almost the latest version of KitKat. That's like one stable version below the most recent one. And then they got the developer preview for the newest the newest Android. So we're gonna see some new settings in here. So basically, this is the Android settings, but they have their own settings panel. You could add an accessory, add a remote. You have security. You want to make sure that you have unknown sources. This is a very nice layout that we have here. We have CEC. If you wanted to set that up, you have to set it up on your TV, and then basically we have to turn it on the device itself, and you basically can set up all different options. So now if you hit the power button, and this will power off, and it will also power off your TV. So we'll hit OK and come out of that, but I'm not going to show it to you. So now we'll just go home, and basically I'm going to sign into my Gmail. You could just go in, and you could also turn off and reset this whole device. So we got tons of settings here, the usual settings, and we can add an account. I'm going to add my Gmail account. But first I have to add my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go into more settings and click here, and I'm going to click onto my Wi-Fi. I'm going to connect into my Wi-Fi network, and we're going to see all of my networks. It's going to scan. It's got a very fast Wi-Fi. So I'm going to connect to my VPN router. That's my router that has a VPN configured into it. And I'm going to turn the Air Mouse over. Otherwise, on the other IR remote, you could just type in your numbers. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm connecting to my router. Okay, and now I'm fully connected. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to add in my accounts. So I'm going to go here and add my Gmail account. Okay, so now we're in the main screen, and I'm going to open up Kodi. I'm going to show you that it is fully loaded. It's running Jarvis 16.0. It's going to run for the first time, and we're going to see they have their own skin. It's a pretty nice looking skin, but I want to show you in systems. Now they don't have the shortcut icons, but you can easily add that in settings. But if we go to File Manager, you're going to see we have Fusion, we have Super Repo, and we have Xfinity. So when you're using Kodi, I suggest just using the scroll wheel and scroll your way through. Use the back buttons to go back. So we have a lot of different things that we can do. This is basically fully loaded. Now, if you wanted to, you could see that things get updated because we have it all set up the right way. So we're going to hit add-ons, and if you want, you can get more add-ons, and that's pretty nice. You can also set up all these different add-ons. They have one channel, they have a whole bunch of preloaded stuff, so you never have to worry. So let's go back, and we're going to see that you can add in your own sources, so it's full Kodi. You don't have to be worried that it's restricted or anything like that. So let's go back to our home page. We have a full Google Play store. Since I'm already signed in with settings, I can go ahead and scroll away and start purchasing and putting on things I already purchased, different apps and all that stuff. So let's go back home and let's see what other apps they have so you can watch free TV. Oh, here's the browser. So we can sign in. This is the default browser, but we'll just come out of that for a second. Now, they don't per se have pirated apps aside from those sources in Kodi, but you can easily sideload this. Now, on their website, they offer the updater for Kodi. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and they give you an email when you purchase the updater, and you basically go into the browser on the box itself, and you type in a web URL. But I found it easier just to download it to my computer, throw it on Dropbox, and then just sideload it that way. Because it's fully rooted, it's easy to do that. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to use my mouse, and I'm going to just type in Dropbox. Alright, so let me load that up, and I'll show you that I have the APK for Popcorn Time, all those great apps that you can throw on this. Okay, so here is my Element updater that I got for 29 bucks, and I can use the package and installer, and I can hit just once, and it's going to install that easy package. So we hit install, and this is the easy stream updater. So I'm going to hit done. I'm going to load up Popcorn Time. So let's scroll down to Popcorn Time. Here's Popcorn Time, and we're going to hit just once, and we're going to load that up. So now if we go in, you're going to see we have the Element updater, and we're going to update now, and it's going to update our Kodi for us. This is the $29 purchase. They left it out of the price because it cheapens the price significantly, and if you do need it, if you If you are the type of person who likes to have things automatically update and fix, then this software is the way to go. And you're going to see that it pops right back into Kodi again. I suggest definitely scrolling down and powering off your Kodi. And then going back in and turning Kodi back on. Now you can see that all the maintenance tools and everything you need is here. So I'll show you all the shortcuts at the bottom have now been placed there. Programs, NaviX, all that stuff. So you can go into File Manager and you can see that those 3 repos are still there. And like I said, you can add your own sources. This is a full Kodi version. It's great. You never have to worry about anything. And we side-loaded the popcorn time. So we'll look for popcorn time. Here's popcorn time. Load it up, and it runs beautifully. You can do Showbox, a whole bunch of other APKs that allow you to get free TV and all that stuff. Definitely the way to go. This box is ready for you, and you don't really have to do much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take a look at the link in the description and possibly pick up one. If you don't need a TV tuner, but you want a system that allows you to side load everything and have a full Kodi and all these great Android apps, that is the way to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.